Welcome to the 5th episode of the Find and Seek podcast. I'm Victor, and today we're going to start off with a music video that's hot off the presses, just released this week. Let's take a look at it, and then we'll look at some wisdom from Scripture about this big, beautiful world we live in. It's a big, beautiful world God gave us. It's full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful world. It's a big, beautiful world God gave us. It's full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful world. There's a million kinds of people, a million kinds of smiles, a million kinds of roads to walk on, a billion miles. I want to walk beside you and listen to your songs. Your lyrics will help me believe in an even bigger God. It's a big, beautiful world God gave us. It's full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful world. Big, beautiful world. Sometimes the road brings sorrow with troubles all around, but I'll hold your hand and understand, and I'll lift you off the ground, and I'll put my arms around you, and I'll carry you a while until your legs are ready for another million miles. Yeah, it's a big, beautiful world God gave us, full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful world. Yeah, it's a big, old, beautiful world God gave us, full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful world. Perhaps I'm being foolish, simple and naive, but why not join me in this song and let our hearts believe in miracles and mysteries, in love and joy and life, and a big, beautiful God in everybody's beautiful life. It's a big, beautiful world God gave us, full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful world. It's a big, beautiful world God gave us, full of beautiful people. So many beautiful songs to sing in God's big, beautiful, beautiful world. It is a big, beautiful world we live in, and it is full of beautiful people. And we, as followers of Christ, will be looking for the beauty in everyone, the image of God in everyone we see. We will also be looking at this beautiful world God gave us and experiencing and learning more about God from His amazing creation that is full of the knowledge of Him. Psalm 19 opens with these words: "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they reveal knowledge. They have no speech, they use no words. No sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world." Wow! Was this amazing poet who wrote this psalm only speaking metaphorically? I don't think so. The more we observe and contemplate the beauty of creation, the more we learn. I'm a big reader of certain fields in science, especially genetics, physics, and nutrition science. And the more I learn, the more amazed I am at how miraculous life is. From the tiniest little quantum level to the galactic level, the heavens really do declare the glory of God. Ever wonder what the most important thing is? In any endeavor, there is a most important thing. If my high school teacher assigned an essay to write, and I researched deeply, took great notes, had a perfect bibliography and footnote page and proper formula, correct number of words, and all that jazz. Did a really awesome job, but the assignment was to analyze how the internet has changed society when my essay was on the possibility of colonizing the moon. I'd get an F. Because the most important thing is not the notes I took or the bibliography or footnotes or formatting or word count. The most important thing is the topic that the teacher assigned. Someone could do a terrible job of taking notes and writing and formatting and still get a better grade than me if they got the most important thing right, which was if the essay was on the correct topic. When it comes to following Jesus, we can get off on tangentials. We can care so much about what translation of Scripture someone uses, or what denomination of church they go to, or their stance on alcohol or nicotine or some political issue. But those aren't the most important things. The most important thing to following Jesus, according to Peter, the disciple whom Jesus said he would build his church upon, is this. Most of all, this is the most important thing, love each other as if your life depended upon it. Love makes up for practically anything. The old translation said, love covers a multitude of sins. I'm not perfect. I can still screw up. I could use a little help in covering a multitude of my sins. Anybody here perfect? No screw-ups? Nope. Of course not. Well, that's one of the benefits of loving everyone all the time. Loving as if our lives depended upon it. Maybe our eternal lives do depend upon it. Love makes up for practically anything, including all my screw-ups. Whew. So I guess I just gotta love a whole bunch. Jesus was so big on loving that he even said, I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. Whoa, that's some loving. That's what Jesus commanded. Anybody here got anger at something you haven't let go of it? Someone who wronged you? According to Jesus, you're not following him. Anybody here filled with rage and unforgiveness, maybe seething with anger toward a family member or an ex-spouse or a politician? Not a Christ follower, by definition. When we let rage stop the flow of love in our hearts, we miss the main point of the assignment. The most important thing is love, pure love, for everyone, even the baddies, even the ones who do evil. In the same chapter of Matthew, part of the same sermon as the previous verse, Jesus drills down on the concept in case we missed it. He says, count yourself blessed. Every time people put you down or throw you out or speak lies about you to discredit me, you can be glad when that happens. Give a cheer even, for though they don't like it, I do, and all heaven applauds. And know that you're in good company. My prophets and witnesses have always gotten into this kind of trouble. In the same chapter of Matthew, part of the same sermon as the previous verse, Jesus drills down on this concept in case we miss it. He says, count yourself blessed. Every time people put you down or throw you out or speak lies about you to discredit me. Give a cheer even, for though they don't like it, I do. And all heaven applauds. And know that you're in good company. My prophets and witnesses have always gotten into this kind of trouble. Love helps us see that there are a million kinds of people, a million kinds of smiles, a million kinds of roads to walk on, a million billion miles. We're all different. You know, there are many new studies showing that the political stances we make, for example, are heavily affected by our personality types. Earlier it was thought that our education and family upbringing determined that the most. But recently psychologists are discovering that whether someone is progressive or conservative has a lot to do with their genetics, how they're made by God. One's level of extroversion or creativity or intellect or agreeableness or orderliness or energy levels, curiosity, all of these have a profound effect on one's political views. And those qualities are highly determined by genetics. Those of us who have a bunch of kids can tell you that those qualities were very different in our kiddos from infancy. Same parents, same schools, same churches, same at-large culture, same TV, but the kids were different from the moment they came out of the womb. For us to look down on someone who has different views than us, we are looking down on God, who made them that way, exactly that way. Perfectly, fearfully, and wonderfully made differently than us. Jesus even got more real in a sermon when he said, here's a simple rule of thumb for behavior. Ask yourself what you want people to do for you, then grab the initiative and do it for them. If you love only the lovable, do you expect a pat on the back? Run-of-the-mill sinners do that. If you only help those who help you, do you expect a medal? Garden variety sinners do that. If you only give for what you hope to get out of it, do you think that's charity? The stingiest of pawnbrokers do that. I tell you, love your enemies. Help and give without expecting a return. You'll never, I promise, regret it. Live out this God-created identity the way our Father lives toward us, generously and graciously, even when we're at our worst. Our Father is kind. You be kind. So if I only agree with folks who think like me, Jesus said I'm a garden variety sinner. If I only share with you hoping that you'll see things my way, I'm the stingiest of pawnbrokers. If we live out this God-created identity the way our Father lives toward us, which is generously and graciously, even when we're at our worst, here's what happens. Jesus finishes his sermon by telling us our reward in a little story. He said, if you work the words he's been sharing about, if you work the words into your life, you are like a smart carpenter who dug deep and laid the foundation of his house on bedrock. When the river burst its banks and crashed against his house, nothing could shake it. It was built to last. But if you just use my words in Bible studies and don't work them into your life, you're like a dumb carpenter who built a house but skipped the foundation. When the swollen river came crashing in, it collapsed like a house of cards. It was a total loss. Love is the most important thing, loving everybody, especially those who think most differently, act most differently, and even those who hate us and even persecute us. That's how we build a spiritual house that cannot be shaken when the storms come, and they always do. Let's go on. In the song, It's a Big, Big, Beautiful World, there's a lot about singing songs, how we all have our own song, and we can learn from the melodies of one another's songs. Recently, my children and I have been having really interesting talks about the differences between men and women. My daughters have been surprised at things my son and I go through, and perspectives that we have that are so different from them, simply because we have Y chromosomes. It's been really fun, and both sides have been shocked at some really difficult stuff we each have to deal with. Emotional stuff, societal expectations, intellectual limitations that we all have simply because we're either a man or a woman. I hope that authentic discussions like this can help them all in future relationships, especially in future marriages and child raising. The point is, we're all different. We all come from different families, different educations, have different types of genetic backgrounds, and God made us all to learn from one another, not to oppose other beautiful people made in the image of the same beautiful God. Let's walk beside them and listen to their songs. Speaking of singing, the Apostle Paul once wrote, "Sing songs from your heart to Christ. Sing praises over everything." Any excuse for a song to God. You don't have to produce music videos like I do. That's just kind of my thing. There are reams of evidence that singing releases massive amounts of positive brain chemicals like oxytocin. It lowers psychological and physical stress. It increases confidence and promotes community. It lowers blood pressure, relaxes muscles, improves circulation, boosts metabolism, and oxygenates internal organs and the brain, even increasing intellect. Make your songs praises to God and you multiply the effects. Psychology Today article, 7 Scientifically Proven Benefits of Gratitude by Amy Morin, reveals that praise and gratitude opens the door to new relationships, improves psychological and physical health, increases empathy and reduces aggression, helps us sleep better, improves self-esteem, helps with mental health, with incredible results for veterans who had PTSD. So let's sing with gratitude and praise to God all the time. I sometimes wonder what our neighbors think about our house. We're a household of singers. We're always singing. Sometimes the kids will get singing and I'll be singing and we walk into the room and we all kind of end up harmonizing and joining on the same song. But a lot of times we're all just singing our own thing. Somebody's over there at the dishwasher, someone's cooking something, someone's doing something else, and we're all just singing our own songs to God, singing to the heavens, singing to the soapy dishes, just singing, singing, singing. All different keys at the top of our lungs. It's great. It's the most wonderful, joyful noise a parent can hear. Later in the Big, Big, Beautiful World song we heard, "Sometimes the road brings sorrows with trouble all around. But I'll hold your hand and understand, and I'll lift you off the ground, and I'll put my arms around you, and I'll carry you a while until your legs are ready for another 1,000,000 miles." The book of Galatians tells us to bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Wow. Jesus never intended following him to be an individual action. It was always supposed to be a corporate affair and can only be accomplished in community. We Western folks, especially us rugged American individualists, are the only Christians in the world who have an individual gospel. We pray sinners' prayers and invite God's Spirit into our hearts on our own. The rest of the world wouldn't even understand how to do that. In all the rest of the world, including the world of Jesus' day, people became Christ followers as whole family units and whole communities. In the New Testament, for example, we see a gal named Lydia in the city of Thyatira who believed in Jesus and was baptized, and her household as well. Or the jailer of Paul and Silas who believed and he was baptized, it says, he and all his family. When Jesus convinced a Samaritan woman to follow his way of selfless, loving living, she ran and told her village, and they all came and listened and received Jesus' teaching as a village. When people decided to follow the Jesus way in those days, it was a corporate affair, a decision they made as a family or community. We can't do it alone. We need community. That's one important reason to have a church family. We all need to be lifted off the ground. Sometimes we need to be carried. Later in the song we heard, perhaps I'm being foolish and simple and naive, but why not join me in this song and let our hearts believe in miracles and mystery and love and joy and life and a big, big, beautiful God in everybody's beautiful eyes. 1 Corinthians 1:18 tells us, the message that points to Christ on the cross seems like sheer silliness to those hell-bent on destruction, but for those on the way of salvation, it makes perfect sense. If you're going to walk around singing, whistling, praising constantly, if you're going to be in a state of constant gratitude, never ever complaining staunchly, refusing to gossip, always looking for the bright side of everything, for the blessing in each circumstance, for the lesson in the tragic situation, living the Jesus way, I guarantee you, some people are going to think you're foolish, naive, simple, stupid. Our world values cynicism, bitterness, internet trolls, hateful speech, angry invectives. That's who gets the clicks, gets the votes, gets the fame. Jesus stood against the world and its ways, and folks thought he was a fool. So we're in good company. If we keep a childlike, happy smile on our faces and refuse to engage in negative talk or hateful rhetoric, instead choosing to see God in everyone's beautiful eyes in God's big, big, beautiful world. Thanks for tuning in. I'd really appreciate it if you clicked like on this video and check out some of the other videos on this channel. Please share the videos with your friends who you think it will edify or with your social media groups. See you next time. Have a great week.